Welcome to more Gran Turismo Sport Closed Beta Specialtatin. Today we have some N300 cars around Dragon Trail Seaside. And this is before rolling starts and I'm in the Audi. So, yeah, y'all can probably guess what's gonna happen in general here. But I'll go ahead and sew it because entertainment and such. Yeah, Dragon Trail has a tight pack starting grid, and yeah, I have no chance in the Audi off the line. So that's already one car gone. It's about to be two cars gone, possibly three cars gone, and yeah, rolling starts are the best thing to come to the beta so far. That's for sure, folks. That's for sure. And also, I go into this line as good as I possibly can, going on the most inside as possible, so nobody gets wrecked there. And I have someone pounding my outside door. That's literally as clean as I possibly could have raced there. I literally couldn't have taken a more inside line. I was as close to the wall as possible. But yeah, I'm not giving an inch. Even though I got the pole. But yeah. Rolling starts are the best thing to come to this game, that's for sure, folks. That's for sure. But I guess I can't really complain that much. I'm still fighting for a podium, and I guess in theory I'm fast enough where I could still end up winning. So, yeah, it's not all bad, I guess, until yeah. I had a car on my outside there that didn't even really show up on camera, which means I sort of couldn't go my full speed through there because I couldn't take the line, which didn't slow me down enough for another car to go by. Literally, I think this whole race I've had a car around me in a predicament, in a bad situation that made me be able to predict things in a way that slowed me down. Like, I was in such a predicament, I had to predict where to go, and that in and of itself slowed me down because I didn't want to wreck anybody. So yeah, throughout that whole first bit there, I had cars around me in such an annoying place I couldn't take any line that I wanted, and therefore was progressively slower because I kept on getting passed and progressively slower cars are around me. And I literally couldn't do anything about it unless I just downright wrecked the other car. So yeah, I sort of predicted a bad predicament, and that's what ended up happening, folks. And I had to go wide there so I didn't get rammed. That car took way too much momentum into that turn. That wasn't necessarily dirty, that was just a whole heck of a heap of a mistake there, and I paid for it. Rolling starts are the best thing to come to the beta, that's for sure, folks, that's for sure. And, I guess in theory I can still get a podium because third ain't too far ahead. But we'll just have to see, folks. I'm going to try to make a pass here because this ain't a bad passing zone. It's full throttle out of a turn, so in theory that should work, but in reality, not so much. And then now I have another car by me because I tried to make up the spots that I lost with the rolling starts. I'm around for now, but who knows how hard this car is going to go on the brakes through here. It's actually surprisingly not crazy hard, so yeah, I might actually be able to make a spot up eventually, and then if I can make that spot up, then I will be on fight for the podium there. So, yeah, I guess I'll try to make it the best of a bad situation, but we'll just have to see. Sometimes racing ain't actually up to the racer, it's up to the other racers, PD, logic, and luck. And yeah, those are three things that are a lot of the times ain't on my side. So, yeah. But this is a prime passing opportunity here. If I'm hard on the brakes here, I might have a good chance, but that driver was also pretty caught picking hard on the brakes there too. But I did ultimately get on the inside there, so let's see if I can do something with it, folks. It is a drag race, but it's a drag race for the most narrow part of the course, and he won the drag race anyway, so I lost either way there. And let's see if I can take the Cicada Chaos better than somebody. I don't know, folks, I don't know. Actually, I do slightly, but that driver wrecks right directly in front of me, which, because of their mistake, loses me a position. Their mistake loses me a position and sportsman separating. That's a trifecta of idiotizm there. That other driver shouldn't have been in front of me in the first place if they were rolling starts wrecked, which then slowed me down, which then lowered my sportsmanship rating and lost me a position. I actually gained that position back because that driver ain't the most consistent, but still. if that driver wouldn't have messed up right in front of me, because that driver really shouldn't be in front of me in the first place, that would have never happened. Rolling starts are definitely the best thing to come to the beta, that's for sure, folks, that's for sure. So yeah, podium's almost completely out of the question there, especially with that driver not knowing what he's doing whatsoever. That driver's really inconsistent, and that Lancer's rightfully mad, but that Lancer's rightfully mad right in front of me, so... yeah, that hurt me even more, so it ain't a good thing. That Lancer got that position, but still, I'm gonna just try to get through these people so I don't have to deal with them fighting. That Lancer's rightfully mad, yeah, but it's bad in front of me just makes me mad, and that loses me yet another position. I cannot get a break this race, and none of this really has been my own doing, like, at all. I've raced consistently, I've raced relatively fast. I could race faster if I didn't have the slower drivers around me. And a lot of the slower drivers seem to be pretty caught picking dirty. But anyway, I guess that yellow TT messed up or something, so it ain't around me anymore. So let's see if I can at least get the position in front of me, which is 4th. I was, in theory, to be in a fight for 1st, if not completely in 1st, but nah, 4th is the best I can do unless there's a major mistake around the Chicane of Chaos, which ain't out of the question because it's just Chicane of Chaos, but we'll just have to see, folks, we'll just have to see. This is the final lap, though, so people are going to be pushing as hard as they can here, and from what I can tell, nobody made a mistake there, but luckily I didn't make a mistake around the Chicane of Chaos. So, can I at least get to 4th? I would hope so, given that I started in 1st and didn't really mess up on my own accord the whole race. And let's see if... nope, that driver's trying to wreck me, so yeah. Yeah. I guess I still ended up getting 4th there, but that wasn't necessarily the cleanest by that other driver who rammed me into the grass there, so yeah. I don't really know whose fault that was, but it wasn't necessarily, yeah, it was, in hindsight, I think during the race, I didn't really know what happened there, but I think that driver rammed me way on the inside there, and that's why I ended up coming high on him, because my car was out of control. I think in the race, I didn't really know, so I tried to let the position back, but actually that even backfired on me too. Again, not really my own mistake. He was just going slower than I thought he would be, because he messed me up. So yeah, that whole race was fighting against me pretty much. But now that there's rolling starts, literally none of this happens anymore. At least not in this exact way. So yeah, the verdict of this is M300s definitely need rolling starts, and that's the best thing to happen to the beta so far. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this crazy race that I'm glad doesn't happen anymore. I'd much rather have a crazy race in the sense of close, good, clean racing than sporadic, dirty, inconsistent racing. But nonetheless, this is that. I hope you all enjoyed it, and there will be more enjoyable racing in the future. Yeehaw!